I feel in the face of all the problems in the world impotent, and why I somehow cannot manage to transform I. Now here we get to the real problem, because we're always telling each other that we should be different. Now I'm not going to tell you that tonight. Why not? Because I know you can't. Nor can I. That may sound depressing, but I'll tell you it isn't. It's very hard. But everybody, you see, who is at all sensitive and awake to their own problems and human problems is trying to change himself. We know we can't change the world unless we change ourselves. So when we are aware of the ego I, we are aware of this chronic tension inside ourselves. And that's not us. It's a futile tension. So when we get the illusion, the image of ourselves, married to a futile tension, you've got an illusion married to a futility. And then you wonder why I can't do anything.
Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to say XRP is about to hit $300 this week. Let's check out the chart. XRP USD. Let's go to the daily, shall we? $300? Was that correct? That can't be correct. 300? Oh. Well, I read this article, and XRP is supposed to reach $300 before the end of the week. It's only 3 cents? I don't understand. This has to be right. Look how well formatted this website is. I'm probably going to go along anyway. And probably 10x. Just wait for that 1,000% increase. It should happen overnight. Or, excuse me, not by the overnight. That's ridiculous. By the end of the week. That's much more realistic. So, we just gotta buckle up, guys. Get ready for XRP Moon. It's gonna be cozy. I'm looking forward to it. Very nice. Okay. Now that I'm done messing around, do I want to ride Vib again? Kind of. It was a wild ride. Okay, we gotta look at BTC, and I'm gonna start off on this pair so I can look a bit further back. Nice. Okay. Let's record this bad boy. Hello, friends and family. We must define our longest overexpanded periods in our volatility overhead so we may properly identify our trending pivots. Currently, on the 1 hour chart, if we are looking at our longest plume of mass, it is currently 1050. Okay, that's our long-term mean reversion pivot. We enter that band, Bitcoin's screwed. Bitcoin goes to the weekly 200 if we enter this band. I'm gonna guess that's around a 90% probability. Okay? Right, so this plume of mass right here, this period of trend that happened right here, generated this Bollinger Band as the longest band with excessive mass. So if we re-enter this band, and we almost did at this location, it got pretty close. That was one of my previous live streams. We actually dipped into the band at that moment. And I said, well, better wait until you actually get a candle close, because you don't want to enter a macro level short position without some kind of confirmation. So we're waiting for a downward CCI roll, because one of two things can happen right now. And typically, with the way these mean reversions work, at least historically, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, it's just what I have noticed previously from, previous periods of trend like this, is where we get the initial significant move where we follow a lateral trading period, and then we get some kind of crazy, ridiculous upward expansion like this, and then it just immediately rejects. And that, let me redraw that arrow, because it's more frequently something like this, where it just bolts up for something new, and then immediately crashes down, returns inside the band, and then does its slow, long mean reversion trickle. And I can actually point out a pretty good example of this, because this is typically how we've been playing these mean reversions. We're going to do the 1 hour chart, and we'll zoom back just a bunch. Okay? I got a new hat today. It's one of those golfer hats with fake hair. I bought it ironically, and I intend to wear it on the next stream. It's in my mailbox. I just have to go get it. Probably gonna wear like really nice suits and ridiculous hats. That's the new game plan. Okay. What was I looking for? It's all the way back here somewhere. It's right. So that's the downtrend, and we want to look at this uptrend here. Nice. And adaptive MA would actually be our best bet in this scenario, so we're gonna load that up. Mean reversion MA 600 max. So this should take a good moment to load. Let's see what happens. It should take its time. Let's make sure it's actually loading. Did I load the period tracker? I did load the period tracker. That's my bad. I meant to load just the mean reversion MA. Mean reversion MA 600 max. There we go. Are we loaded? My God. You know, I wish I could edit my TradingView videos. I probably should have preloaded this band, but I really just rant and things come to mind as they happen. So, patience is key in this scenario. Come on, bad boy. Come on. We'll take a sip of water. You know, with the, oh, there we go. Beautiful. Pretty sure we're going to break TradingView one day with loading these indicators. Anyway. Longest overexpanded period actually does a really good job of defining trend. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Where we get the nice upward expansion and it just ends up kind of being a lateral move. And then when we finally touch down on the pivot, there's an upward thrust before the actual mean reversion. And look how it tapers off right on top of the mean. That's just gorgeous. And then if you want to look at the efficacy of these mean reversion positions, well, let's do it. Right, that mean reversion succeeded, that one succeeded, that one succeeded, this bad boy succeeded. Let's keep panning to the right. I do love me some consistent trading. This bad boy succeeded. Win. 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 Wow. So this is really effective. This one failed. This one totally failed. I stopped out of that position big time. Right? Where I shorted here. I looked to exit my short down here, and I could not. That's the one failing instance on this chart. That one's good. That one's just a lateral move, and this one's kind of funky because really the only condition is lateral trading as defined by the longest overexpanded period. So when we enter the band, it doesn't mean we're going to go to the mean, right? It just means we're going to stay in the band until its relative mass reading reads below 0.7 value. So that means price will stay in the band, and that's exactly what it does. And you can actually see that by looking at this wick right here, right, where price stays in the band. And then the mean reversion is actually just kind of a symptom of the lateral trading, right? Because if I say we're going to trade laterally as defined by a band, what are the chances it will eventually go to the middle of it? It's pretty good, right? Especially if you just consider noise. So much trading is just noise. So if you can define the range of noise, well, then you're going to be really well off. And then, you know, since we have this set to the 600 period as the max, this band isn't correct. That's what the orange mean means. Right, it means it's above the 600 period, and then this indicator only tracks up to the 600 period. So if we go in a higher time frame or look at a higher resolution, we can identify that it's 1050 as the current longest overexpanded period. So this band is currently incorrect. If we load this band is correct. Beautiful. So now we're just waiting for reversion to the 150 mean when the band is entered. And again, I do have to point out, the slope of probability volatility doesn't really make for the best short entries at this time. Hopefully that will change. But because this is sloping upwards, price can trade laterally like this if it so wants to. Right? That's technically a condition that could be fulfilled. And that has happened in the past. Right, that's one of the scenarios where this mean reversion condition failed, right? The mean reversion is just implied, but it's not guaranteed. What is guaranteed is the lateral trading. And even then, when I say guaranteed, I mean it very lightly. Okay. So, my prediction is something like this. We're either going to enter the band and trend down, but I think it's more likely we're going to pop up, potentially to the weekly 50 moving average, before rejection, and then the slow trickle down, and then a secondary slow trickle down, right? Something like that. Obviously, this time frame is probably incorrect, but that's fine. I'm just trying them to vaguely suggest price action. All right, TradingView folks, this has been fun. Have a beautiful day. Super. I'm so sore. It's really easy to wake up in the mornings since I started working out so much, but I'm just always in pain. Okay. Let's read through this bad boy. Check out the comments. Cat with Chart says, integrated price mass is an indicator I've never been happy about, though. He's never been happy enough with the results to release. I botched that sentence, but the general point has still been conveyed. Q will see, sure, I'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from securities today, mostly because they require prior fundamental research, and I have done none of that in the last week. So any of my opinions on those charts are going to be strictly TA, and I kind of want to avoid doing strictly TA on such a heavily fundamental chart. QLC. Do you guys like the neon blue background or the black background? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, the neon blue is a bit jarring for me. Whoa, he's doing it again, folks. Bit more neon. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, let's get to this. Yeah, so QLC, I'm seeing a lot of retracement values being hit. But to be honest, I'm not going to try to define a static support level to see where this level's off. Sure, we might be getting a mean reversion condition filling out here, but nothing I would bet on quite yet for QLC. We'll look at FUSD as well. So we're looking for a mean reversion pivot here. Let's find out if it's been hit quite yet. Okay, we are looking at the 250 period. Let's get that loaded up. Yeah, oh, wow. Yeah, that's a really good implied short position right there. I might take that. That's a really nice short. You might see a little bit more of a swing high, but we are implying lateral trading by the band. So right now you can do some pretty low leverage shorts and then just wait for a CCI roll to increase the leverage for the actual short position. Okay, we finally got the first comment saying that's painful for the eyes, so that's all I needed you to do for me to change it. Thank you. It's a baby pink. BCH ABC. Yeah, I want to short this. I mean, this is going to be in an uptrend, right? I didn't want to do the USD pair. What am I doing? BCH ABC BTC. God damn it, I hate that ticker. It's longer than most company names. So we're going to do the 6-hour chart here. So we can take a look at the 350 period. Yeah, we're not even close to the 350 pivot. So this trend is really defined. So that means we need to take a look at volatility overhead readings instead, which is currently 60. Nice. Wow, look at how well that's protected. Price can't leave the volatility overhead. This is compressing pretty quickly. You might be able to get some new trend here soon. Though really, no, I have no opinion on this chart. Gotcha, I guess 3D Wave PM should fulfill all needs anyway. Yes, there's also the higher resolution version of 3D Wave PM. I prefer to do everything manually, just for the sake of doing it manually. I prefer it. Ooh, do you guys want to see me bicker over my trading view idea? We could do that. Nice. Dude, Moku is a 50% retracement tool with different periods and a histogram of the delta offsetted to the right. Leading indicator Lamau. How is it exactly a leading indicator? When it projects history into the future. Toys for beginners. Let me make it more clear for you. Very few people on TV are trading those markets. The majority is bag holding and waiting for moon. If not, gave up already. The rest are a few trading on the vast majority of breakout traders, and they don't care if you think today is the best to use 30 period on the 6 hour or 21 period or the 12-hour period and something else the next day. Nice. Analysts looking for clout making so-called predictions hit 1 in 10 while giving 5 different paths and are praised. I call them market commentators. Very nice. I'm going to link this to my spreadsheet. Why do you think people put clickbait titles like yours with must watch you don't want to miss? Here's XXX. You don't understand the math behind You say you understand the math behind CCI and Bollinger Bands, but you can't comprehend the simple formula as simple as RSI, and you set it to auto useless. For real, I'm going to link him to my spreadsheet and my PDF on RSI. Your BP set is used in every single retail. You think you have a heat map with different periods, makes it different. It doesn't. Ooh, this guy is fucking furious. It doesn't. You just have the best suited period faster than someone that would do it manually with round numbers, multiplies 5 to sequence. CCI and the other thingy for getting the info are trending in range-bound market. Wow, definitely the only tools that can do that. Oh, he's so salty. Nice. Copy link address. 1 out of 10. Closer to 44% this year. There are, if I recall correctly, though the profit ratio is closer to 4 to 1. Moku holds users accountable due to the lack of flexibility in its application, which is better than, say, RSI, MACD, and breakouts. To imply that breakout users... wait, how am I going to do this? Concerning your opinion on BB, I can tell you still haven't read the article on my varied application. But I can already tell this isn't. Anyway, would you like to let's see. It's down here. Nice. Gonna copy and paste it. You can be sad as you want about how much No. Gotta stay away from the personal attacks. Hey man, it's your strategy. I can't explain mine. Would you like to do so for yours? Bop. Very nice. That was a waste of time. Definitely a waste of time. Did it anyway. Why? Well, because comments boost your training view ideas notoriety. That's the secret. Keep it professional. I think I did a pretty good job there. I'm happy with it. Really, I think the way to win an argument is just repeatedly copy and paste. Would you like to take the time to refute the points I made? Explain why RSI, MACD, and FIB are in fact not trash without resorting to one of the following. Everyone else uses them. They've worked in the past, so they'll work again. It's a proven standard. It's nature's law. Or I've made money with them so far. Right? If I can prove I have an edge using my tools, you should be able to prove you have an edge using your tools as well. If you cannot, in fact, prove you have an edge, then that's kind of the entire conversation, isn't it? I'm going to change the pink now. I'm sorry. Ba-da-bum. Black. Oh, that deep blue's nice. We're going to keep that. Keep it short. Don't feed the trolls. Yeah. But this is intentionally troll bait. Fib, RSI, and MACD and breakout patterns are trash. Must watch. It is 100%. The difference is the content. It's beautiful. The intent was to make people angry and then show them that there is, in fact, a better way to do things. But if somebody just gets angry and they stop there, I want to encourage them to show them that, yes, there is a better way to do things. It's the point. Right? If someone just sees there's a better way to do things, they're not going to click on it. If someone sees what you're doing is bad, I can prove it, this is better, oh, they're more likely to interact with the content. Okay. What did I need to look at? IOTA. I'm not playing with this. Come on, man. What do you think is gonna happen here? Yeah, when you get these really clear, defined downtrends, you don't bet against them. At least not until you hit some kind of extreme. But I don't want to catch a knife. Sorry. Is that all the comments? That's all I'm seeing. Do. Komodo's up today. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing. Actually, hold on. Like, one of my biggest pet peeves are people who are okay with the status quo. Right? If you're familiar with the Enneagram, if you've ever played with that, I'm actually type 4-wing 5, and kind of the motto of the 4-wing 5. They're kind of the bohemian, but their motto is pain into power, right? You take shitty situations. I consider trading to be a shitty situation. Trading is inherently shitty. And using your tool set to improve and become better at what you do, right? That's what trading is. It's self-improvement. The moment you become satisfied with what you're trading with is the moment you lose your money. I don't care if you're good enough to slowly turn a profit. You could always be better, right? It's the secret. Yeah. We'll... What time did my alarm trigger here? My banana alarm. Does it show me what time it triggered? Oh, I actually have a text message for it. I was gonna put the screenshot of the text message. Yesterday, 11:33 p.m. It's currently... Okay, so like... 4 candles ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it triggered right around here. That would have been nice to catch. Because it's really just a quad CCI entry. But when you see all your wave PM periods compressing like this, it does imply short-term flag. So we can still, you know, assume that this is going to compress nice and tight while maintaining quad CCI entries. So really, we're just going to wait for all these periods to cool off before we actually take an entry. Because this will probably still retrace because of the implications of the compression. Right? When you actually get this kind of net compression, that's one of the only times wave PM is useful. Because it does imply that a flag will form instead of trend continuation. Because it's hard for things just to start spooping back up again like that. And yes, spooping is the correct and patented term. Why do I have this signal here that says short Bitcoin? And why did it already trigger? Dad's ultimate CCI plot crossing down value 100 on what? Which plot? The 50 MA. Right, okay. Yeah, it's because we didn't actually confirm the condition by entering the band. So this would technically be a short signal, but we're not inside the band yet, so it's not. What's my Meyer-Briggs type then? The logician. Same as Einstein. The personality type that can get hyper-focused on something for hours and then forget to eat. The person who... Yeah, the logician is like... hates small talk and just immediately wants to get into like the nitty-gritty of life conversations. And most importantly, logicians tend to use other people as sounding boards for their own ideas rather than actual conversations. Okay, more YouTube comments. Brad BTC because reasons. Yep. This definitely stopped out, right? Yeah, this totally stopped out. Oh, wait, no, it hasn't. That's bizarre. Still technically good, really. We're just waiting for a wick here. I didn't realize I put the stop so low. Oh, well. Yeah, you can stay in this until... Make sure you have a trailing stop, or a trailing take profit is what I mean. Right? That should handle pretty well. Ba-da-ba. Alright, friendlies, I think I'm going to be done for today. You have a beautiful afternoon. Have a good one.